McLachlan, good morning.
Hey, Neil.
What do you think about the idea of making Melbourne-Richmond fixture a permanent Anzac Eve game? Possible?
Yeah, it is. I think we'll have a look at how it goes tonight. I think that it'll depend on the date as well. I mean, if you have a Wednesday Anzac Day, given the CBA and the 6-day breaks, it's hard to have a game the night before. I think we'll assess at the end of this, and I think it'll depend on where Anzac Day is.
And getting a crowd tonight.
Getting a crowd tonight, yeah.
What would you hope for tonight?
I saw Brendan quoted this morning. I think sort of 50,000's a par, and a great result will be 60. I mean, the weather looks all right. Hopefully, it holds off. I think that's sort of the numbers.
50,000 Melbourne-Richmond supporters turn out for it. Do you want a public holiday on Grand Final Eve or not?
I haven't really thought about whether I want it. I think I've said I think it's an honour for the AFL to have one. That's a decision for government. Our job now is to we have a public holiday and to make sure it's the best possible lead up to the grand final we can do. And I think it'll look different.
Well, it will look different. On March 27th, you and I talked about something the world's caught up with this week, which is possibly changing the parade and turning it into a bigger event down at Yarra Park. Now, the Lord Mayor was a bit grumpy yesterday. He told me that he might, the City of Melbourne might not sponsor it if you do that. Does that matter?
Well, I think you would, if you change and evolve things, you have to sort of try and keep a bridge with the past as well. So, we've got something going to the Commission on Tuesday for hopefully their sign-off. And, I think a link between the city and something slightly different is a sensible outcome. And hopefully we'll have something more to say next week.
But, well, yeah, okay, I understand you won't tell us what it is, but I can't see why you couldn't have some version of parade from the city finishing at the MCG. Why not?
Sounds like a good idea to me, Neil.
So why all the angst?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think we had a pretty sensible discussion about it in March. But people, the traditions are important to people generally. They're certainly important in our game, and people don't like change. So our job is to, I think things have to change for a variety of reasons. Our job is to make sure that we bring people with us and people see where we're going is an improvement on the past and may hopefully keeps the best bits of the past and hopefully grows it. And, an idea like that where you say you left at Spring Street and ended up the MCG and kept all the best bits of the cars and everything else, but then had a huge family environment at the MCG. And I heard the Premier talking about a sausage sizzle, but you could have hopefully tens of thousands of kids and families in the park. That's an idea that seemingly has merit. Yeah,
you couldn't expect the players to stay around for too long. I mean, not the premiership, but not the grand final teams anyway.
No, but it's a public holiday. Families now can come as opposed to people working in the city and the people who are lucky enough to get there. So I think the evolution needs to say maybe it's a different audience or a different look.
Well, this year or not?
We're going to the Commission on Tuesday. They'll have their say. But, it will be a public holiday this year. So I think... you need to get on the front foot with that.
Well, look, I'd commit now if it was happening before midday. I'd sort of take the program down. The broadcast from there for the morning. It'd be great fun.
Yeah, it would be.
It could be really good fun.
We've been looking at different aspects to this for a while. I actually think there's huge opportunity here, and I actually think it can be an improvement on what we've had. We just got to. It'll come down to the execution, but I think there's a lot of upside in this.
If you'd like to speak to Gillon McLachlan, 96900 693 13 13 32. Paul Roos says that the substitute system is not working. Wants it gone now. Actually, he wanted it gone last week, I think. Is it not working? Is it broken?
I don't think it's been the worst rule in history, like I heard Paul say, but some like it, some don't. What it has done is when players get injured early, whether it's Dale Thomas and Round or others, you don't have that disparity of rotations and the fact that there's 3 against 4 on the bench, which has been an issue. And the statistics say that if you lose a player early historically before the sub, your chances of losing are significantly greater. It's cleaned that up. I don't know where we're going to get to. Mark will come out with a view on substitute and interchange rotations in around June, July, so the clubs can plan for it. The decision will be made by then.